system. Okay, this is our mobile controller. Okay, right. So first thing, when you are trying to integrate your Spring Boot with Angular, first step that you need to do is you have to run the application, your Spring Boot application should be started. The server should be started. Okay, and check if it is working properly, or I'll go to the Postman now. So first run your application and then check whether it is working over here or not. http:// what is this one? Mobiles, I guess. Okay, can you see here we got this, right? Okay, fine, whatever. It is coming. Okay, now what we want, this particular data should be visible here. From the backend it is working. In the Postman it is coming. But this same data should be reflected even in the front-end application. Yes or no? From should be visible, right? So what we will try to do is here, now I will remove this one. This is a routing project. I want to create a new project. Okay, I will not go with this one. I'll create it Angular. What I'll take. What shall I give? Spring Boot with Angular. Okay. Okay, so like this I'm giving a new project name, Spring Boot with Angular integration. So I'm creating a new project for this and then say yes, and then yes, like this. Okay, we'll create a new project. So how can, right, observe here, you want to display this mobile's data. See here, suppose when I did the get request, I'm getting in the Postman, I'm getting like this. In the same manner, this should be visible on the front end. Yes or no? So observe now, first thing you have to do is you need the mobile data to be visible. Okay, so what we will do is try to generate a class for the mobile. Okay, separate class we will, are you getting like how we have the model class over there within a Spring Boot application? Like that we also want to create a class for this Angular project for the mobile. Okay, so first step, observe here everybody, because we want to display those details, right? All those details we want to display. So first within the terminal, okay, within a terminal what I will do is here I will create a ng space g space class. I'm creating one class now. What is it? Mobile class. So how you will create a class? Not component, it is a class. So I have to give here class as a this one. So because I'm not creating component, component is different, class is different. Class means only those mobile details, whatever you want to store. Okay, that details I'm giving. So I'm creating one class. Yes, done. Okay, this is created now. Observe here. Okay, can you see here? Class is created for mobile. Yes or no? Right. Are you understanding, people? Everyone? Are you listening? Mobile class. What are the details must see here from the Postman only you see. What are the details that we have? ID we have, name we have, image we have. ID, name, image. These are the three details that we have. Okay. So let us give those details over here. Okay, ID as well as name and image. Okay, so every time it says like this, so let us create a constructor. This dot id equals to a, this dot name equals to b, this dot image equals to c. Done. So first what I did, I created a class. Okay, so as soon as I'm doing it, let me keep it over there within the notes as well. That would be better. No, not now. So I need to add few more things. Fine, no issues. So this is what I kept. Whatever the details are there, ID, name, image. So all those details I'm trying to keep it here. Okay, these are the details which are present for the mobile, right? So now, next, what are the steps that we are supposed? This you are supposed to import. Then only we can send that request over the server, and then we will get the response. Otherwise, it won't work. Okay? Remember that here within a app.module.ts, you need to import HTTP client module. Okay, so when you import that, so then only you will be able to get this. Okay, so or else directly I will add it here within this browser module only. After this one, I'll say HTTP. Okay, this is directly not coming. This is always give summit. Sometimes it comes, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so this will be basically present in Angular. Yeah, done. So you need to import this part. Okay, what is it? HTTP client module. Okay, so like this you need to import. Sometimes it shows the this thing, sometimes it doesn't show, but yeah. Okay, so as soon as you write this one, it has to get imported, and the same thing you have to add within this import statement. Okay, and maybe if you want to go with the some ng model and all, you will also import forms module. Otherwise, it is not required. Let us do that later only. Up to this clear, everyone? Okay, fine. So it's a mobile application system. So now we want to display all our mobiles. Okay, so how you want to display? Do you want to display using in the form way, like a table format? Okay, so however you want, you can display in that way. Okay, suppose see here, wait, I'll show you what to do. Do you remember previously we have done this particular thing? I hope you remember that. Wait a minute, I'll tell you. Display in a table format. Are you getting, people? So what should be the details? Tell me. Everyone, can you tell me what should be the details? ID, name, image, right? These are the things that should be displayed. Okay, so I'm taking in this way, ID, name as well as image. Okay, in the same manner here also. Okay, what should be displayed, ma?
Components.
Mobiles. Yes or no? Let's consider something like this. MOB.
Mobiles.
I'll write down all the things. So I'm keeping this as mobiles because that mobiles should be displayed for us. Okay. And here it should be, I'll write down. I will do some modifications, whatever are there. Everything I'll do that modifications, don't worry. So this should be ID. This should be name. And in the same manner, this should be image. Okay. Okay, done. So, but this is not required for us. We are not doing any such things. Okay, done. Right. So, if suppose you want to add some new mobiles, then you will go with this part. Okay, so that I will explain after some time. Fine. So, as if now what you do, this I am not displaying right now, ma. Fine. If you want, you can do that. That we will do it later. If you want, I will write it now only then. Okay, NG model whenever we use. Okay, if it is showing error, what does that mean? You did not import forms module. Yes or no? So forms module you need to import. And here also you write down forms module. Yeah. So now here what you will do, you will write down all those things. This is fine. NG model should be so this is also not required, but yeah, when you do submit, it has to give us the result. Just in that only I'm doing the changes, nothing much. Okay, fine. So yeah. So this is something I'm doing, but I will do some changes. Okay, like these all things I need to add separately within that. But basically, this is how it has to display. That I am specifying. Is it okay, everyone? Yes, everybody. Respond. Yamat, these all things it is showing error, right? Why it is showing error? I'll tell you. We need to
Mobile.
define all those things within a app.component.ts. Okay. In a app.component.ts, what we have to do is within this. Okay, so let me remove this title and all this not required. Yeah. So now observe here. So I want to display the mobiles. Okay. So all the mobiles, it is an object. Everything is an object, right? So I'll just try to keep it in this way. And let us import that a mobile also over here. Mobile component from here. So that it becomes little easy for us. Right. Okay. So I have created one mobile object because that list of mobiles should be printed. And one more thing, I'll also create simple mobile. Okay, so this particular object also I will create because whenever we are adding a new mobile and all, we need to get that details. So I'll take it like this. First ID, number, string, string. So I'll take it in this way. Number, I'll take it as 0. And this also I'll take it as 0. And this also I'll take it as 0. So initially, that's it. Okay. And then now, yeah, enough. Okay, so up to this we have added now. So now one more thing that we have to use over here is if you are trying to send a request. Okay. In case of our controller, what we do? We will say like this, right? In our postman, if you are trying to send get request, put request or delete request, any request, okay, you have to make use of this HTTP client. Okay, this HTTP client, you have to make use of it. So whenever you are trying to make, okay, see here, you need to import that HTTP client. Okay, it's a HTTP client. Like that, even this is also kind of a class. Okay, you can assume like interface or class or a module, right? So now for this also you are supposed to create an object. Okay, for this one you are supposed to create object. So how you will create object, tell me? I already explained you yesterday. So you have to use constructor, right? And here you need to say @inject. What you will inject? HTTP client. And you have to say this as private HTTP colon HTTP client. Yes or no? This already I explained you yesterday. Yes or no, everyone? This inject, it is showing error, so we need to also input inject. Done. That's it. So this is the first step. Now, when you send a get request, in our front end also we need to get means we have to use that request. Okay, get request you need to use. So how you will use that get request? So here, okay, so let me try to give some syntax for that. When you are trying to retrieve the mobiles, okay, from the backend to the front end, right? So you want to retrieve the mobile data. So when you are trying to retrieve it, what you are supposed to do is you have to use this dot http dot. This is a syntax mark. Okay, and here you need to mention that mobile object. Okay, so you want to retrieve the list of mobiles. So that particular return type we are keeping here. Get list of mobiles. Okay, and within this you will specify the URL. Okay, here you will specify the URL for the get mobiles request. So what is the URL? Tell me. It's a HTTP colon localhost 8080 slash mobiles. Yes or no? Right, everybody? This is the thing that we need to type. Whatever the response type that you get, that you have to specify. Okay, so you want the response type as JSON format, right? So that you will specify here. Okay, you'll specify this format, which type of format you want, and then whatever it returns, okay, whatever it returns, so that should be given to this mobile. Yes or no? Whatever it is going to return, that should be assigned to that particular mobiles. Okay, so for that we will use this subscribe method also. Once after this part is done, okay, here response type, it is JSON dot subscribe. Okay, and here you can specify this thing. Okay, subscribe whatever the data that we have, this dot mobiles equals to data, whatever the data that you get. Okay, overall you are going to specify in this way. Okay, so that from the spring boot, whatever the mobile data that you have, okay, you are trying to use this particular URL in order to retrieve the data. Okay, so whatever it returns, it should be of the JSON type, and then that whatever it returns, it should be assigned to this particular mobiles. So whatever the data that it returns, it should be assigned to this mobiles type. That is what we are saying. Because see, yesterday or day before yesterday, we have seen that we were taking array over there. Yes or no? We were taking array, and from there, please take this data. Like that we have specified in a previous session. Now what we want is whatever the data that it returns, it should be assigned to the mobiles. Okay, we are trying to retrieve this information from the database now. Are you getting? Yes, people? Put method will be there, even delete method will also be there. So like this, all four methods will be there. Fine. So as if now I am just showing you one example how we can integrate our Spring Boot with this Angular. One button, okay, over here, and then I'll say maybe, yeah, 1 second. See, I'm using one button tag. Okay, so in this button tag, I'll give this as get mobiles. Okay, mobiles list. Fine. So like this, I'm specifying this button, or else get mobiles like this you can give simple. And here you give this method name. What is it? Click. So it's a event binding, right? It's an event binding, and here you keep that mobile function name. What is the function name we gave? It is nothing but get mobiles. So when you click on that, in that case, it has to give that result to you. Are you getting, people? See now, this error is gone. I mean, up to this error is gone. This thing we will add later, ma. Wait, I'll not add it now. So first, let us only retrieve the mobile's data. Is it fine? Everyone, HTML. I'll also add this bootstrap components.
What is bootstrap components?
Where do we have that? Yeah. This we were taking, right? Bootstrap. So this bootstrap I'm trying to use within this particular head component, within the head tag. Okay. Done. See here, once again I'll try to summarize. Listen. First step, when you are trying to integrate your Spring Boot application with the Angular. Okay. First step that you are supposed to do over here is, okay, see here, everyone. In this particular first you have to create one class. So whatever the list of mobiles you want to get and all, so for that, whatever the same variable name you give, and then in this way you create one class. So these details you want to print on the web page. Okay, So within app.module.ts, next you have to import HTTP client module. So in this, all this HTTP client and lot of other things will be there. So this you need to import, and also import forms module. So maybe we may use some ng model and all. So for that purpose, you also import forms one. That's it in the app.module.ts. Later on, within an app.component.html, okay, within the TS actually, within app.component.ts, you try to create. See, in case of Spring Boot, already we declared this mobile, but in case of Angular, we didn't do that, right? Yes or no? Previously, if you observe yesterday, I created an array for this, and I was storing all the mobile details only here. But right now, what we want? We want all these mobiles list from the database. Yes or no? Everyone. From the database, we want these details, right? All of you. So I am simply creating that array, and after that I have created just one more this part. So no problem with this. So just I created this one. So because as soon as a new mobile or something is getting added, then we need to make use of this one. Otherwise, it's not required till then. Okay. For this part only I have given that MOB. Otherwise, that is not required. Okay. Clear? Yes, people. Then you will get the clarity. So mobile.name, mobile.image. Will not get confused. Okay, and here I have created MOB. This one. Fine. So now we need to retrieve the get request. We need to do get request. So when I have to do the get request, I'm using one method name. First is HTTP client. We need to use this one. Then only we can send the request. HTTP.get. And the return type is what? List of mobiles. It is not only one mobile object. It's a list of mobiles. So the mobile array we are keeping. And then I'm trying to give the URL and the response type JSON and in this way. Is it clear? Everybody? Oh. One more thing is left. Wait. Sorry. I'll tell you. One more thing is left within a Spring Boot. We need to do that. Okay. Suppose, let's say I'm giving it over here. Okay. See, are we getting this? So when you click on this get mobiles, basically our values should be returned. Okay. But is it coming now? The mobile data, is it coming? No. Right? Why is it not coming? Can you tell me? Okay. So this is a request. We are trying to get this part, right? So here you are supposed to mention @cross origin.
దీంట్లో మొబైల్ కంట్రోలర్లో
Okay.
cross origin.
So this particular thing you are supposed to mention. Fine. So now when you mention like this, only in that case you are going to get that part. Okay. So now let us try to run it again. Okay, completed. Now see, first let us do that in Postman once again. Okay, so we are getting this result. Now in the same manner, let us try to go with the Angular. Okay, are we getting it?
Connection should be created.
Okay, so in this way you can integrate your Spring Boot with the Angular. Okay, like this, not only get request will be there, we will have put request also, post request also, delete request also. All of things will be there. Fine. But this is how we are supposed to do it. Okay, integration. So this get, put, post, delete method will be there. So I will tell you again using one more application from one component to other component also. So here it is only one component we have created, but we can create some other components as well. Okay. So, but this is how you can retrieve the data from that part to front end. Okay. So now, one more thing you see. So when I'm doing this one, I'm not getting. Okay, maybe if I want to add one more. See, your UI should look good, ma. Your UI should look good. Okay. So maybe if I want to add one more thing, I don't have any option to add it, yes or no? So, but I should be able to add even that as well. So maybe new mobile if I wanted to add. So then I should be able to add even that as well. So how are we going to do that? We will see. Only getting the request we got. Adding a new mobile. I'll take a class equals to BTM info. Okay. Now only up to this we got. So we are trying to read the user input. It is fine. So like this we have. So now add new mobile. Okay, so this one we have to again define it over here. Add mobile. And this here, which type of request we need to do now? Yes, tell me, which type of request we are supposed to do? We have to post. So we will do it in this way, http dot post, and then you can specify here http same URL only. You can even create a URL also, ma. If you think that every time you are creating in this way instead of specifying like this, if it is same every time, then you can. Right. Okay. So we are supposed to add a new mobile. Fine. And here you also see whenever you are giving a mobile, so you should also give the body. Yes or no? Right. You should also give the body for that, for the post request. So that means you have to also keep this part also. That means this dot mobile. No, this dot mob basically. Okay, this dot mobile. This also you need to specify here, as well as the response type. Whatever should be the response type that you will specify. So you will have different things, JSON, text, lot of things will be there. Whatever you want, you can specify that. One minute. Response type is done. So response type. So now after that subscribe. So this will be same. So you will specify here as data equals to but now we are not getting this from the database. We are doing it from the front end. So we cannot keep this dot mobiles equals to data. 1 minute. So in this case, we are not retrieving it from the database, right? Okay, what I will do is wait here. Okay, first let us try it once I want to check. See, it won't work. Okay, but I will tell you. Actually, what should happen is, after clicking on this one, it has to redirect automatically to this page. Okay, it will be different. I will show again in the CRUD application, but right now you understood how to integrate Spring Boot with Angular, yes or no? Everyone, I'll show one more example where we can do it in a proper way. Is this fine, all of you? So maybe if I do the post request over here, let's say the post request if I am doing http colon. Okay, so add new mobile. Okay, this is what we have. So now let us go with the JSON. ID we are not required to give. Only name and image we will give. Post request. It automatically it is generated. So now if you go over here and try to refresh it again. Can you see 6 is also coming? Yes or no? Right? So like this, it has to integrate. Okay, your Spring Boot to create. Okay, project and then class. New Angular project. Of your Spring Boot project. First you need to start. A line is it not coming? Sorry, I have to keep it. This is not working. Okay, no issues. So we will take a class only. Then we will take it. sorry, we have to follow that some standards. Use the bootstrap components rather than this one. Okay, so it's a mobile application system. And then any other bootstrap components I'll try to use. This is text center. A little bit properly. Right? So when you click on this, those details must be displayed. Right? So see here now, within our HTML, first I created one button. Okay, using some bootstrap properties. So when you click on this button, it has to display the mobiles list from the database, whatever the database within the database that are stored. So those details must be retrieved. Okay. So see here. For that I created a table because I want all the list of mobiles to be displayed in a table format. So I have used a table tag. Okay. Now in this I have used bootstrap properties already. I told you, right? Border, dark, whatever, all the things that you want, you can give this. So whenever you are using bootstrap, make sure that within an index.html you have added all these things. Otherwise it won't work. Okay. You want, I'll just add it in this way here. You are retrieving mobile of mobiles.
Mobile.
This is from here because you have declared a mobiles array, right? So from here you are retrieving. And then one more mobile. So for creating new mobile object, for that purpose we have used. Now how are we going to send the request? Get request, post request. For this there is a syntax in this way. So get mobiles and add mobile. So we are using get request and post request. So this should return the mobile list, and this we have to only give the body. So in this way we are doing. Clear? Okay, ma. App.component.ts. So all these details we have added. That's it. What else is there? The HTML.
What is that?
Forgot to tell you this. Then app.component.html. Here we are using href attribute, but basically we have to use router link. So there is a difference between these two. Okay, is it fine? I'll add this part in here in our notes. This is a correct one. Okay. Now let's say here I want to give the command ngserve so from one page to other page, if you want to navigate, we will use that. But within the same page only from component to component, if you want to navigate, we will use router link. Okay. So this is how it works. Clear, everybody?
మ్యామ్ nav bar ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేయారంట
nav bar నేను ఇంకొక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ తీసుకుంటాను CRUD అప్లికేషన్ CRUD అప్లికేషన్ ఓకే I can implement even here also, no problem. So I thought to